Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on the power of the PET-D. Now the PET-D is an exclusive tool we have just for the members of Specialist Trading, but in today's educational presentation I'm going to share with you just how it works as well as give you a simple strategy that you can apply with the PET-D. Now welcome once again, my name is Stephen Primo. I am the president and founder of Specialist Trading. I'm a former floor trader on the floor of the Pacific Stock Exchange as well as a 38-year veteran of trading the markets. I'm going to show you just how to apply this strategy with the PET-D, but please take a moment to view our disclaimer first. We're required to show you this. I'm going to show you some performance results just as recent as the last few weeks using the PET-D and this strategy, but please remember that we can in no way guarantee that any of the results I'm about to share with you will be repeated in the future. Alright, so why don't we begin? I'd like to share with you this current chart of the E-mini futures. This is a daily chart. Now, as you can see here, coming into the month of October, this past month, the market had been heading lower. But the first week of October, actually, we had a rise in prices. Now, a lot of traders were asking me what I thought of the market. Was just simply a bounce before we headed lower? And I said, well, I like to find out what the trend is doing by using our proprietary tool, a tool that I was introduced to over 30 years ago on the floor of the exchange, and this is the PET-D. The PET-D actually gets me in sync with the market better than any tool I've ever applied in my 38-year career. And what it is that it's a proprietary algorithm, and it is a color bar tool. So it simply colors the bars either red or green. Red meaning that you are in a downtrend, green meaning that you're in an uptrend. So it's that simple. Now you know which side of the market to be on. So once we apply the PET-D to the chart, we see here that the entire last week or two of September was red, but as early as the first trading day of October, October 1st, the bars turned green, well before we started up higher. So I answered the question. I told all the people that were interested, I said, well, the trend is now up, therefore we're not going to be shorting the market, we're only going to be looking for long setups. And people said, well, it's still too early to tell, and so they went on their way. Some people shorted the market. As we went further into October, we see here that we're in an uptrend, and we continue to go higher. And at this point, I was speaking at a conference where a lot of people said that, well, we're rolling over now in the markets. This was just a high, a fifth wave, or this was just some type of a pullback and a downtrend. And as you can see, prices are going lower, and we're probably going to make new lows. And they asked me what my opinion was, and I said, well, as long as my proprietary tool, the PET-D, is green, we are still in an uptrend. I will not change my view until the bars start to turn red. And a lot of people were surprised, thinking that we had topped out. And as we see coming towards the end of October, well, we even made higher highs. Now that's why the PET-D is such an important, powerful tool, because it gets you on the right side, and when people are thinking the market's topped out or going lower, you simply have to look at the color. But how can we apply some type of a trading method or some type of a technique to this? Because after all, we know that we're going higher. Now how do we trade with it? Well, remember, you can use any strategy with the PET-D, whether it be one of yours or one of mine, but one of the most simple techniques and most powerful techniques for trading this is to look for two lower closes. You want to see two bars that close on their lower range. As we see here, while we're green, we're going higher and higher. We don't have two consecutive closes until we get to this bar here, which is our first consecutive close at the lower range, and our second right next to it. Now, as long as the bars remain green, what you want to do is buy on the close of the second consecutive bar that closes lower and remains green. And all you want to do is wait for price to make a new high, and that's your selling point. Now, had you done that, you would have been in the market for one day on the E-mini futures, and you would have resulted in a 35-point gain, holding your contract just for one day. All right, now as we go later on here, we see that the market continued to go higher. Then once again, we have a close where the bar remains green, but the bar closes in its lower range, followed by the second consecutive close in its lower range while the bars remain green. So you would have once again purchased on the low of this day, waited for price to make a new high, and that's your exit point. And once again, holding this for only one day, now you made 45 points. So that's a total of 80 points in the E-mini, or $4,000 just trading one contract. Now this just happened in the last couple of weeks of October, because this is a recent chart here. But you can apply this to stocks, you can apply this to futures as you see here, you can apply it to commodities as well as currency pairs. As well, it doesn't matter what time frame. This is a daily bar time frame. You can apply it to tick charts as well as monthly bars. It absolutely doesn't matter. That's how powerful the PET-D is. So, if you're interested in getting more information, you can go to our Facebook account, Pro Trader Strategies. Our sister site has put together a Facebook account where we have more detailed videos about the Pet D. And let us know what you think. If you're a current Pet D user, you can let us know how it's been working for you. Or if you want more information, you simply go to Pro Trader Strategies once again. That's our sister site. They market and promote all of my techniques and trading tips. You can email them or call them directly at the number below. As we close here and take one last look at a disclaimer, I want to thank you so much for attending these brief educational presentations. I hope you got something out of it, and I look forward to all of you becoming members of the Pet D course as well as students of mine at Specialist Trading. Thank you.